The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Bucklebomb Live. I'm your host for tonight. My name is Orlando, and I'm joined by Seven. How are you tonight?
I'm outstanding. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, so we're just gonna talk some things. I don't know, whatever comes up my head, and we could just discuss it, So,
So nervous.
why are you nervous? No, don't be
I don't
nervous.
know.
It's gonna be a chill, very chill kind of night. So, let's talk about what's it called? Vengeance Day has been called.
Vengeance Day?
Yeah, from NXT. I thought it was a good
Yeah.
premium live event. What did you think?
I thought the first match was absolutely amazing. Like all the matches are really well done. I'm also in love with the fact that they are using, well, one, that they're traveling. Like I love when NXT is able to travel. But also that they're recycling old pay-per-view names from like the Attitude Era. I absolutely love it. So
Yeah.
it's a win-win. It gets me in the nostalgia wherever that's located.
Yeah, exactly. So the next one that they're gonna do is Stand and Deliver, which will be for WrestleMania weekend. So that would be exciting. The only thing is that that event is probably gonna be early in the morning. So
Hmm.
on Saturday, which is unfortunate. I mean, they could. I don't know if they want to try doing it like on a Thursday. You know, just like to kick off like WrestleMania weekend. I mean, that would be smart. I mean.
Well, didn't they? Maybe they'll just do it on Tuesday and call it like an event.
Well, they tried that. They did like a double event where they had one on Tuesday, which was on USA, the
Yeah.
network they're in, and then they did another one which was on Peacock. But I don't know. Maybe they saw that it wasn't successful, so I don't know. Yeah, but
We'll
yes,
see.
yes, I didn't like the first match. I enjoyed the women's tag match actually. That was a really good match. I wasn't expecting that to be
Hmm.
really good. I was shocked to see the winners. I didn't expect like.
I'm so disappointed.
No, but I mean they have a story, so I mean it's gonna make some sense once they what's the word when they lose those titles and then they're gonna fight again. So there's some purpose. So
Well, if you haven't watched NXT tonight, which I know you haven't, you're gonna continue being disappointed. So
oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, I mean, look, I at least with NXT that they do use their women. They have a lot of segments with the women. One I think one person posted like almost 17 women had TV
Hmm.
time on NXT.
Yep.
I mean, that's incredible just to see. So, Ron SmackDown, take some notes, please. So yes.
Yeah, no, they absolutely represented tonight. I want to say that majority of the females in the segments were or this was and females tonight, which is awesome to see. I was surprised by it. I was like, oh, this is so nice.
Yes, 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 yes. What was the other match? I was a little disappointed with Carmelo Hayes versus Apollo Crews. I was expecting a little more from them. You know, like I don't know,
I
like
think.
go ahead, I'm
Go
listening.
ahead. I don't feel like it's the end of their story necessarily. So I think
Okay.
they're just kind of waiting for another like match before they let it all out, or maybe that is. I'm not sure what direction they're gonna go.
Yeah. Well, we know what direction Carmelo's heading, which is the NXT Championship, which I'm kind of excited,
Hmm.
but I kind of saw a spoiler that there's going to be a little bit of a halt, kind of like what's it called, a bump in the road for that because I saw a return. So
For
because
tonight.
yeah, for tonight there was a return for tonight.
Ooh, I didn't see it, and
Ilya
I watched
Dragunov.
it.
Ilya Dragunov.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, they posted it. I mean, maybe you
Weird.
have.
But I wouldn't.
Yeah, maybe like you didn't realize it or something like that. Maybe towards like the end, maybe.
I was making dinner, so it could have been one of those like moments I was away and not paying attention. But I was like, I'm a huge fan of him, so I'm excited for that.
Me too. Like
And he can definitely take the belt. He should
exactly.
take the belt.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, more for them. I'm happy that they'll be traveling more. I mean, they had like a decent sized crowd for them for that Premier Live event. So, you know,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, yeah. So let's see. Let's talk about AEW. So last week's AEW was really good. I enjoyed it. Like Daniel
Yeah.
Brian Danielson versus Timothy Thatcher. That was that was like class wrestling right there to me. You know, it was
Remind me some of the other matches that are there because I remember there were some bangers.
yeah. Jade got her 50th win. That was
It wasn't that one. um,
trying to think what was the other matches. Hold on, it's been a
um,
while. Sorry, folks. This is like yeah, of course. Did you like Brian Danielson versus Timothy Thatcher? While I pull it up.
it's been a minute, so I don't really remember too much of it. But from what I remember, yeah, it was definitely a good one because he was playing injury, right?
Yeah, he was playing up an injury. Yes.
Yeah, so I remember him attacking that. Yeah, it's a good match. But for me, I don't remember that being the match of the night. I did
Right.
enjoy the Mox and Adam one a lot.
Yes.
Oh, the
Um.
main event.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah. The
Darby.
versus Joe. That was
Oh,
oof. Joe wanted to
I,
kill Darby. That was oof.
my heart always like sinks anytime Darby's in the ring because I'm absolutely terrified of what he's gonna go through. But I hear he's gonna be out for like a month or so doing a movie, so
I wonder what movie
that's
he's
awesome.
doing. Is it like his
I
like?
remember him talking about it. Something I want to say it's almost a horror movie. I don't remember. I don't even remember where he was talking about it. I want to say it was probably Renee's podcast, maybe Renee
Probably.
or Chris, um, one of those two. So if you guys get bored, go check those two interviews out because he was probably mentioning a movie in that one.
Yes. Oh, Taneska got his win last week. That's he faced Brian Cage. That was a really good match.
Yes, I adore him.
Yeah.
He is an American treasure.
Hmm.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean Japanese, but yeah,
Anyways, oh, he's gonna face the champ this coming Wednesday on Dynamite. I'm excited for that. Hopefully he
I know.
takes him to the limit for me.
What if he actually wins? My mind would be,
I think that would blow everybody's minds. They'd be like, "What?" You know. I mean, but they have to make MJF strong. So he's gonna be that type of heel where he's gonna be. You know how that is. So
I think that he's going to be, I think MJF is a great champion. But I wouldn't put it past him to do a surprise of losing the belt and then getting it back right away. I think that is something very MJF
right.
of him.
Yeah, I have questions for Ricky Starks. He's gonna do that gauntlet match tomorrow. I mean,
Hmm.
come on now. Come on now. I mean, you- uh, I have a feel like it's gonna be a trap. I feel like they're just gonna really beat up on him so that way he'll be injured to face Jericho probably at what's their next pay-per-view? Revolution
Oh,
in March.
yeah.
Yeah, so they gotta
I don't
start building
know.
some. They gotta start building some matches for that pay-per-view. It's coming up in 3 weeks.
Hi, some big things coming.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a really good pay per view. I
Yes.
think it could very well possibly be the best card that we've had in a while.
Oh, speaking of upsets, do you want Top Flight and AR Fox to win the trios titles?
I do.
Yes,
I absolutely do.
they're facing the Elite next tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. That's gonna be a banger. I feel like that's gonna be like a match to watch. So
It's going to be the opener or the main event.
I think that's gonna be the main event because you know,
If it's the main event, it very well likely could be that they're walking away with the belts.
it could be. You
But
never know.
I just AR Fox and Top Flight, they deserve it, man. Like
Yes.
they absolutely
Especially with
kill it.
Darius like now coming back and he's now killing it.
Hmm.
Like, please, Lord, protect him. I don't want him to have another injury or some sort of like something, you know.
Yeah,
It's just like he's like, him and his brother, they're just doing great right now. I just want them to proceed and go up,
absolutely.
you know. Um, I'm excited to see Jamie Hayter versus the Bunny, you know. Like the Bunny to me, like when I saw her in Impact as Allie, like she was like scratching the surface of what she could do, So it's just like, she could do comedy, she could do action, things like that. So, you know. Oh, and we
Um,
have we have Caleb joining us. Hey there, Caleb. What's up with you too?
so I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a Bunny fan.
Oh, you're not?
At least her wrestling. Like I liked her more when she was Allie, not necessarily her gimmick. Just I don't know. It just I her matches haven't really stood out for me, kind of. Don't get me wrong, she's absolutely great at what she does, but like as far as like as a fan of watching, like she's not one that I've really seen a lot of, I guess, from. I don't
I
know
can
how to say that.
understand that.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm still excited. Like, I think that she deserves it because she's been there for a hot minute, and I'm looking
Hmm.
forward to seeing her.
Yeah, exactly. So, so who do you think will join Britt and Jamie and this? I don't know. It's like AEW Originals versus AEW XWE. Like, you know,
Ruby.
you want Ruby to join. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
to me, like Ruby should join with Soraya and Tony because they did come from WWE. Now, I don't know what direction they want to go with it, So I mean, like there is like okay, so the women that have gone to WWE or other companies and they did not start with AEW in the beginning, which is there's Serena, there is
Yeah.
also Athena, but she's the AEW Women's Champion, so I don't know if they want to use her for that. But I mean,
Ring of Honor. Yeah.
yeah, Ring of Honor. I'm sorry, Ring of Honor champion.
Hmm.
There is Madison Rain. She is a veteran from TNA Impact, so they could use her. You know, I mean,
They
you don't.
could. You know, it's really surprising. She doesn't get it. Just the way, at least on camera, it doesn't seem like she gets the pop that I feel like she deserves.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's. I don't know. Like I think it's just like when it comes. This is my personal take. When it comes to the women, I think they're not too well known unless they've been around a long time or they've been like very noteworthy because of their matches that they've had. So that's why like Saraya got a great reaction and Tony Storm too. So
Yeah.
Madison, so if people did watch Impact, please watch Impact, people.
So good right now.
Exactly. Oh, what did you think of that surprise when you saw Tara slash
Oh,
Victoria?
I loved it.
I know
She
she wanted to
cries and
cry.
then it makes me cry.
I know. I was
I
getting
love it.
emotional with her. I was like, "Oh, stop it, Lisa Marie."
I'm like, ugh, does she have it in her to do one more match? I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean, she did do a great Widow's Peak on Giselle, so I think she could. I mean,
Yeah, I think she wants to. I think she doesn't know.
yeah,
I
probably.
don't know.
No, but she also said in interviews that she had like a really a bad scare of a move that she did in the Indies. That's why she's kind of like thinking about retiring. So like this year is kind of
Oh,
like her retirement. So we'll see. Um, WWE, put her in the Hall of Fame, please. Yes.
she's not in the Hall of Fame yet?
No, she is not. Uh,
Oh, she will be. I mean, she has to be. She's iconic.
yes. I mean, her character in Terra, I think, will be in the Impact Hall of Fame. That should happen too.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So,
A question. So I'm not as well versed in her TNA days because I didn't watch her Impact up until recently, which I'm still in like season one. Um, was she better? Not necessarily better, but which had better matches, her WWE run or her TNA run?
I think her TNA run because she had more women to work with, but unfortunately in WWE there was not a lot of women that was in the same level as her. Like her versus
Hmm.
Angelina Love was really good. Her versus Awesome Kong, she faced Awesome Kong, and that was really some good matches there. Her versus ODB when they were changing the titles back and forth, that was really good matchup. You know, of course, her and Mickey James, their rivalry because the story is just that uh, Tara blames Mickey for getting Tara fired from WWE, which that's not really true. She left
Right,
on
of course.
she left on her own, so so.
Yeah,
But their matches really was something because they started like the whole women's brawl, like the first ever women's brawl, like it
yeah.
was it was really good, and then they were setting up a lot of different matches and stuff. So.
I can't wait to get to that part of my watching journey.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, she also teams with Brooke Tessmacher. They become the Knockouts champions. Then she teams up with Madison in one period, and then she every now and then wins the championship. Like it was. I think in her that was I think her run in Impact is a lot better than WWE in my opinion.
I'll
You
have to
know.
check it out. Can't wait.
Yes. I can't wait for you to see that awesome Kong match that she has in the steel cage. So good. So good. What else is there? Something, the faction in Impact, what was it called? The
Pretty
no no
beautiful
no
people
no no not the beautiful people. No, the new one with what's their names? Now I'm
with
forgetting their
Havoc.
name. No, not Havoc. Well, I do like the Death Dolls. I like them. They're really great.
Hmm.
What's their? No, it's with Sammy Callahan and company. I can't believe I'm forgetting.
Oh, oh my God, I can't remember. But
Yeah,
what about him?
yeah. So I'm liking them. Like it's very interesting just to see how they're becoming, as a team.
Oh my God, what is their name? It's gonna bother me now.
Yeah. No, I'm looking for it right now. Shoot.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, if you guys are watching and know in the
The
comments, let us know
design. There he goes. The
the
design.
design.
There it is.
Yeah,
We just had a little brain fart there. Sorry, folks.
we are in fact alive.
Exactly. So
Um,
yes, the design.
yeah, like go ahead.
Yeah, no, no, I'm just saying, I just really enjoying this faction. Is like I thought it was not gonna work, but it's working an Impact for me. So
Impact was really good. Like I'm really shocked that. Did you see what Chris Bay did?
mm. Oh,
That
that
move.
yes. Oh yeah. So there was a tag match with him and Ace Austin versus Kushida and what's the other guy that he teamed with?
Kevin Knight.
Yeah, Kevin Knight. He did a cutter to Kevin Knight from the outside. So good. That was so
As
good.
he was doing like a flying, he was Kevin Knight was doing was a springboard crossbody over the top onto the opponent that was off the ring, but then Chris Bay comes in, does a cutter from the ring post that he's sitting onto the ring apron and out. Like it was the most innovative move I think I've ever seen in recent years. It was crazy.
Exactly. Yes, that's so crazy. That's so crazy.
And
I
like
have a
I'm so glad that there's such a big reaction from the fans because he retweets all the fans and I'm just loving seeing like
yeah.
people so like into it. It's
I
awesome.
think I think him and Ace Austin are going to become tag champs. I feel it. I think
Well, they
probably
have to.
yeah. I think probably by the summertime they'll be champs. I think by the
Yeah, I
by
mean
the
right now they just won last week they won the Wrestling Revolver Tag Team Champions.
that's
And that
good.
was a hell of a match.
Oh, I keep
And it's
adding
on
that.
Fight Plus, so if you can watch it.
Hmm.
Did you end up getting Fight Plus?
Not yet, not yet. I'm waiting for my tax return. Sorry, I'm poor
No,
still.
you're good. I was just wondering because it's really good. Like
Yes, I'm
so
still
much
poor,
wrestling all the
y'all.
time.
Please support us, please. Give us some likes, some subscribes, tell your friends about us, so that way we get some extra money.
Hmm.
Let's see. Oh, what did you think of the Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman promo on Raw last night?
So I was pretty distracted at that point, so I didn't really see it, but I heard like the fans are absolutely nuts over it.
So,
So I do have a question. Did Cody Rhodes do like the Alta babyface speech again?
well, kind of in a way, but then he got interrupted by Paul Heyman, and then like Paul Heyman decided to say like, you know, that Dusty loves you, that you were his favorite son, but he wanted Roman as his son, kind of like a dig. So like that pissed off Cody, and is just like, and he's just like, I don't get why everybody got to make things personal, but you know what? You know, I'm gonna take it personally from your tribal chief.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, I'm excited. I'm just wondering what they're gonna do with him versus with Roman. First, we
And
gotta wait.
Sammy?
Yeah, I think I have a feeling Sammy is not winning at Chamber. Look, he's gonna be a great foe for Roman, because the crowd is gonna be eating that way up, with the reactions, the near falls, things like that. I can just feel it now. That match is gonna go at least 20 minutes, and it's just like the fans are gonna just go ape shit,
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But I can we just talk about how Beth Phoenix looks amazing? Like, oof.
Oh my God, she is so buff. She when she lifted up Dom, like Dom didn't even like she just like nothing. I loved it. I was like, yeah, mommy. Like even I was like, mom,
Yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah,
mommy right
yeah,
there.
that's mommy right there, exactly. And I like the fact, like, that they caught Edge like tapping his wife like the past week, and then he did it again, and then like Beth was just like, "Watch yourself." I mean, but look, the man is loving his wife. He loves his wife's curves and everything. So appreciate Edge for still loving his wife.
Right, absolutely.
hmm So yeah, so I'm excited for their little mixed tag match. Finn and Rhea versus Edge and Beth. You know.
Speaking of tag team championships, you know who I want to have go for the titles?
Who?
Miss Lita and Becky Lynch.
Ooh, yeah. So speaking of that, in the main event, of course, Becky versus Bailey had their little steel cage match, and then who comes out to help her out? Lita. So happy to see Lita. I wouldn't mind her getting a tag one. I mean, she wanted a tag one. So
Why
you know
not? Give Lita whatever she wants. If she wants
exactly,
to hold on for the belt and she wants to be like the longest reigning women's champion and have it for 2 years, I can give it to Lita. Like
exactly,
she queen.
exactly.
She can do whatever. Her and Trish
E-
Stratus, whatever you want.
Exactly.
Molly Holly too.
I know. I know, but Molly's doing her producing in the back, so she's helping out the girls in the back. So I'm thinking she's liking that. So far,
Hmm.
like she's enjoying everything she's doing there. So, I mean, like, so yeah, so I'm excited just to see what Becky and Lita are gonna do with damage control. So, um, also I did enjoy the Fatal Four Way match on Raw. Did you enjoy that female Fatal Four Way?
Hmm. Oh,
Piper pulling the plug.
Carmella looks so good.
Yes, yes. And everybody's having a problem with her. Leave her alone, okay? She's
Why?
on a
Why do they
little.
have a problem with her?
I don't know, like I don't know why they have a problem with her. I think because like she
They-
came for Carmelo Hayes because like she asked him nicely to not use I'm sorry, to not use her little catchphrase, which is like Mela is money, which his is Mellow is money. So, you know, so of course, everybody got a problem with that, but just leave her alone.
Right. I mean, she's had it so much longer. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
just a work heat. Like I don't think it's real heat.
I know, exactly. Like, I like Carmella. Like, so I'm happy that she's back. I'm just wondering what they're gonna do with her. Like,
Give her the
because
belt.
you want her to face Bianca?
Why not?
Okay. We'll see how she does. I mean, I'm personally going for Asuka in the chamber match. I think
Oh yeah,
this
I forgot.
this version of Asuka, I think, is gonna be very fun, very interesting. Like I would have wanted it to be Charlotte, but I understood why they put Rhea and Charlotte together so that way Triple H can kind of like amend the loss that Rhea had at WrestleMania 3 years ago. You know,
Yeah. Man.
I, I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind
I'm such an Oscar mark. So like I obviously want Oscar, but like I wouldn't mind Carmella having it either.
yeah, I wouldn't mind Raquel versus Bianca. That would be like a fun little match right there.
Okay. Just kidding. Jeez.
Oh God. Um. Oh, I would like Montez Ford to win the U.S. title. He made it to the
Oh yeah.
chamber, so
Hmm.
we'll see how it
That's
goes.
pretty
Like,
cool.
yeah, him versus Damian Priest versus Johnny Gargano versus Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins. I feel this has to be a great performance for both Johnny Gargano and Bronson Reed, since they're the two that just came back.
Hmm.
So, we'll see how they do. I think they're gonna do great in the chamber match.
Oh, absolutely.
You
No
know,
doubt in my mind.
you know. and I'm actually excited for Chamber and Mania. It's always like we get like tired of like the match the premium live event before WrestleMania. It's like, oh, this is
Hmm.
just too much of a filler, but this has some stakes though, you know. This is going to be
Right. Also, like they have definitely been upping their game. Like their throwaway pay-per-views or premiums have actually been really, really good. Like Extreme Rules this year had like some outstanding matches, but surprises. Like it's been really good. Their pay-per-views have been on point, except for Royal Rumble. I'm sorry, I'm still disappointed.
uh, I mean, look, there's a lot of people that didn't like it. Hey, Brock said
Hmm.
it on his promo. He said it sucked, you know.
Thank you, Brock. I never thought we'd
You
be
know,
on the same side.
he also kind of mentions his wife. Like, how about you bring your wife to the shows? Give her like the spotlight. She deserves it. She was very well known in the Attitude Era, you know. Put some
Yeah,
respect on her name. Uh, but of course, he was saying that he was thinking about Bobby Lashley when he was sleeping with his wife. So, I mean, that's kind of weird, but
that's super weird. I think we have to have a conversation with them, not to out anybody, but
exactly.
just kidding.
Yes, Brock, sit down. Let's just talk about it. I mean, listen, I get it. Bobby Lashley is a muscular black man, a beautiful man. I mean, I get it. I get
If you made it to this far in the show, we apologize.
it. I don't think they should have their last match at Chamber. I think they should have it at Mania, unless they're gonna still have Brock versus Gunther. I mean, we'll see about that.
That would be, I would mark out for that match.
Yeah. I mean, like they were trying, like I think Gunther was trying to see what Brock wants him to do, and he was trying to do certain things, but like Brock wasn't budging. I don't know. I think they just have to feel each other out just to see if they like each other, you know? So,
I mean, I think that's the point of the conversation that we just had.
anyways, let's move on.
Hmm.
Yes. What you might call it? What else is there? Charlotte Flair versus Sonya from this past Friday was not so bad. I liked it, you know.
I did not see last week's SmackDown or
I
Raw
think
or NXT.
no, no. I think you did see. I think you. I don't know. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you'll catch up. No worries. But yeah,
Yes.
like Sonya versus Charlotte was really good. You know, I enjoyed it. You know, it was like a TV match, so I understood why it wasn't on the Rumble event. So you know, so
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm just wondering what Charlotte's gonna do before she faces Rhea. Like a lot of people are saying, like give Michelle McCool a chance, give her versus Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte said in interviews that she wants to face Michelle McCool. I would like that, you know. I mean, like, look, she's already faced Trish for the battle of like the generation, and everybody talks about Michelle McCool as like the generational diva back in her time, which I agree with that.
So I never saw her wrestle. I just knew her as Undertaker's wife.
Yeah,
So was
I
she
think
pretty good?
yes, I think you would have loved Lake Cool. They were such a great duo. Those like, you
Hmm.
know, like the Mean Girls type of like stuff, you know. So
Yeah.
like I think you would have loved them. Like if you would go back
Mm.
and see it. Especially unfortunately with the whole storyline with Mickey James that got really ugly because they were saying things from the writers because unfortunately back at that time Mickey was a problem backstage and a lot of the producers and the writers did not like her and then they just decided to do this type of storyline just to make her, you know, like make her crumble. But you know, she understood what she needed to do because it will help Lay Cool get over with the fans as being uber heels. You know, of course she
Was
was
it
gonna
the
be
pig one?
yes, the Piggy James one, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, they did an interview about that in God TV, which Michelle said she didn't want to do it. She felt really bad, you know, and she just like talks to her about it. But Mickey's just like she understood, like look, we're doing this. This is gonna pay off. This is gonna be really good. This is gonna give us time. Which basically back at that time, like around it was like 2008, 2009. That was
Hmm.
really the storyline for the women. I mean, the fans hated it, but they kind of like when like Mickey got her comeuppance to like cool, you know. So
Yeah.
but I mean, it really helped because like that was like a storyline that really made everybody talk, So
Nice.
yes. So if you ever want to go back and watch that, you should. I mean, she had great matches, like with her versus Melina, her versus Eve Torres, her versus Kelly Kelly. I mean, Michelle McCool was really good, especially with the limitations that the women had back then,
Hmm.
So I mean,
Was that the time that they're still doing like bra and panty matches and stuff?
they moved away from that, and then they just had them just like they were like kind of like hostess and stand-ins. Every now and then they'll have like a match, or they have like multi battle royal type of matches, things like that. So you
Mm.
know so she came in when they were still doing the bra and panties matches, and then they changed into the they were like the models, divas, very pretty kind of things, and then they had the divas championship, so
Yeah.
you know. I
Was
feel
that
like
like was the Divas Championship like defended pretty often?
they try to, so
Yeah.
yeah. But unfortunately, there were some moments where they don't get into the pay-per-views. Sometimes they have them on the TV. They only get like 5 minutes, so it was on those time frames. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So. But I think you would like Michelle Cole at that time, especially when she became a heel. I think her best work was when she was a heel. So
Interesting. Hmm. I'll have
yeah.
to check
So
it out.
yes. But I think like her versus Charlotte would be a great match, especially give Michelle like a time frame because like I'll say this, like the women from the Diva era, they don't really get much respect. I don't know why it is. I think
Yeah.
because like a lot of fans like frown upon those matches that they've had, which some of them are like 5 minutes, some of them were not really good, but they didn't have like training and stuff. They try to get some training, but you know, you do what you
Hmm.
can at that time for some of those
Yeah,
women.
absolutely.
Mhm. So, yes. Oh yeah. So we were kind of gagging over some of the GCW events coming up. I'm so excited to see Kushida. No, not Kushida. I'm sorry. Kota Ibushi. Sorry, Kota Ibushi
Hmm.
debut in GCW for WrestleMania weekend. That should be fun.
Yeah, and I think he's also doing Joy Janelle's Spring Break,
Oh, really?
hmm
Okay. Nice.
which is part
Nice.
of the collective
Oh,
for GCW.
okay.
Um, oh, there's so much stuff happening in independent wrestling.
Yeah. I know
Um,
that Effie is doing his gay brunch again. I saw that
mhm.
formerly known as Darren Young is gonna debut in Effie's gay brunch, so that's a first. I mean, like the well-known gay man that was in WWE and he was a part of the faction and he became a tag champ and he was the first one to be public about his sexuality. So like
Mhm.
really good for Effie to get him, and he's doing great in New Japan. He's doing like the New Japan Strong, I think it is, and
I
and
believe so,
also
yeah.
yeah, and also they just opened a school in Los Angeles. So if anybody's in Los Angeles, check them out because they're now offering, regardless if you are beginners
Mhm.
or if you're advanced, they'll give you some training.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be brutal. Like, there's no mistaking about that. But I mean, it's the greatest thing, but it's brutal.
yes, hmm yes, but I'm excited just to see Effie and Ali Catch. I'm wondering who Ali Catch is going to face this year in the Gay Brunch.
Who knows? She always does crazy stuff. She's
I
so fun.
she's still trying to get that match with Kota Ibushi. I mean, I would love to see that. Would you?
I absolutely would. I think she's amazing.
Yes, I think
I
so.
wonder how many times in this podcast I'm gonna say amazing.
It's fine. Um, Alrighty. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, not today.
Alrighty. Well, I think we'll end it there. Thank you for whoever tuned in live with us. Also, don't
Hmm.
forget we'll probably be repeating this again, so please give us a like and subscribe, and it will be on our podcast. Do you have anything coming up, Seven?
I am shooting this weekend, so I'm pretty excited about that. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I have a lot of stuff going up. I just don't even know where to start. And then, so that makes my ADHD like go super hard. So, like, it makes me like even like calm down even worse. So,
Right.
it's fun procrastinating on everything that I have to do.
Exactly. Well, I think people have to follow you on your socials so you can let them know where you're going to be at. Maybe say hi to you.
Yes, yes, you can follow me at Seven Alexander Photography.
Yes. Some great pictures, by the way, though, I have to say.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, yes. Alrighty, folks. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, have a nice evening.